The world is drowning in debt. Every country owes more money than it can imagine, yet somewhere, someone is quietly getting richer. Trillions of dollars move from one country to another, passing through invisible hands. From the streets of New York to the banks in Zurich, from Tokyo to London, money flows unseen, controlled by people and institutions most of us never hear about. Ordinary citizens work, pay taxes, and save their money, but the system is designed so that the richest always gain, while everyone else struggles. Debt is not a new idea. Governments have borrowed money for thousands of years. In Babylon, kings borrowed to build cities. In Rome, emperors borrowed to fund armies and roads. Venice became rich centuries ago by lending and borrowing in clever ways. But today, debt is bigger than ever. The world owes more than $300 trillion. That is more than 4 times the money the world produces in a year. If every person tried to pay off the debt, each person would owe around $37,000, and this number grows every single day. Debt works like a game of dominoes. One country owes money to another, or to banks, or to investors. When one country struggles to pay, the next falls, and so on. But the real power lies in the hands of those who lend the money. Most people think banks or governments control the debt. In reality, billionaires, hedge funds, and international institutions are often the ones who benefit the most. They collect interest quietly while ordinary people carry the burden. Take Greece as an example. When Greece could not pay back its loans, the government was forced to cut pensions, raise taxes, and reduce public services. Citizens suffered while private companies and international investors profited from the situation. The money did not disappear, it went straight to the hands of those who already had wealth. Greece is only one story, but similar situations happen all over the world. The 2008 financial crisis shows how dangerous this system can be. Banks failed, governments spent trillions to stabilize the economy, and millions of people lost their jobs and homes. Yet some people made fortunes. Those who knew the system, those who could predict the collapse, earned more money than ever. The crisis showed the hidden truth. The financial system is built to protect the rich and powerful, while ordinary people face the consequences. Debt affects more than money, it controls policies, interest rates, and even politics. Countries borrow money, and creditors can influence decisions from trade agreements to government actions. Wars, elections, and international deals are all indirectly shaped by debt. People feel the effects through inflation, higher costs, and lower wages. They work harder but gain less. Meanwhile, those who control the debt quietly gain power and influence. Japan provides another example. The country has massive debt, over 250% of its GDP, yet the interest payments go to investors who are often already wealthy. The United States is similar. Trillions borrowed fund schools, roads, and health care, but a large part of the interest goes to banks and financial institutions, some outside the country. The cycle continues. Governments borrow more during crises, creditors gain more, and ordinary people feel the strain. The system is built to concentrate wealth. Modern financial tools, banks, and investment strategies are designed to protect the rich and keep them ahead. Ordinary people contribute to this system without realizing it through taxes, loans, savings, and pensions. Each payment, each interest charge, moves wealth upward. Most citizens see only the surface, while invisible hands control the real power. Every financial crisis shows the gap between the visible suffering and invisible profit. In 1998, the Asian financial crisis caused massive hardship for millions of people, but some investors made huge profits by betting against local currencies. In 2001, Argentina defaulted on its debt. Citizens lost jobs and savings, but hedge funds and banks gained. In 2008, millions of Americans lost homes, but investors who understood the system collected billions. The pattern is clear. The system protects insiders and enriches those who understand the rules. Debt is power. It can shape economies, influence politics, and control societies. Those who control global debt decide who benefits and who suffers. Ordinary people work hard, pay taxes, and save, but the rules are written by others. Pension funds, retirement accounts, and even social programs are indirectly tied to this system. In a way, everyone participates, but few understand who really gains. The invisible nature of debt makes it more dangerous. Interest, loans, and repayments quietly shift wealth upward. The system is invisible, but it affects everyone. People pay higher prices, governments cut services, and wages stay low. Yet the richest and most powerful continue to profit quietly. The world's debt is a tool of control, an invisible hand shaping nations, economies, and lives without most people noticing. The truth is uncomfortable. Debt is not just money, it is influence, control, and power. The people who truly own the debt are among the most powerful on the planet. They can move economies, influence elections, and even shape wars. Ordinary citizens have little choice but to participate in this system and feel its consequences. Until people understand who really controls the world's money, the cycle will continue. The invisible owners of debt will keep gaining wealth, influence, and power, while the majority struggle. So, who really owns the world's debt? Who profits while millions of people work, pay taxes, and save? Who writes the rules that no one sees? These are the questions everyone should ask. Understanding debt is understanding power. Recognizing who holds it is recognizing who shapes the world. And asking these questions, the first step toward awareness, change, and perhaps a fairer system for everyone.